Hi guys, Top Pops here, and today I'm going to be doing Top 5 6-inch Funko Pops Part 2. So let's get started. Okay guys, so if you don't know, this is my Top 5 6-inch Pops Part 2. Now this one goes with what I did about a year ago, or over a year ago. I did a Top 5 6 inches Part 1, and it was a lot of them, but I only had about 7 or 8 at the time. So now we've got about, I don't know, 30, maybe 20 to 30 of them. So I'm going to be doing another one. We've got a big list of them. I've got my 5 that I've picked out here, and they're actually pretty cool ones. So let's just get started with this guy.
Sword power!
Okay guys, so at my number 5 spot, we have one that I think is pretty cool, but it's not higher up there, and it is Dragonzord. So this was a New York Comic Con exclusive. I like him, but I also, like, Power Rangers wasn't my favorite, but it is a really cool pop, I'd have to say. This 6-inch one is just very different. If I had Megazord, that'd be a different story. He'd probably be higher up there. But for Dragonzord, he's a good one, but he's not too high up on my list. I like it how it says this right here. I've never noticed this, guys. Sorry, I keep pointing out stuff on boxes I've never noticed. It says right here, collectible, not a toy. Anyways, pretty funny. But this is the Fall Conventions exclusive one. This was for New York Comic Con. I remember getting this one. It was really cool, actually, and I'm surprised that I got it. But let me take this one out of its box so you guys can see it pretty quickly, just because I want to show it off out of its box, because it's one of those ones that I should be displaying out of box, but because we display in box now, it's kind of hard to display it out of box now, but it is a very cool pop. They will be making a 10-inch version of this. I believe it's Dino Ultrazord or something like that. But anyways, it's really big. It's this thing on top of another character. That's a game changer for Funko. But there it is there, guys. Really cool pop. Super detailed, as you guys can see here. We'll get around to the back side too, which you never really see if you keep it in box. But there it is there. Sorry guys, I keep yawning, it's really late. Oh gosh. But there it is there, guys. Very cool pop, very detailed. The head's kind of boring on the back, but the front looks pretty good. But anyways guys, let's move on to the 4th pop.
There is no curse in Elvish, Entish, or the tongues of men for this treachery.
Look, the trees! They're moving!
Okay guys, so my number 4 spot, I have one that I think is really cool. It's a little bit better than Dragonzord in my opinion because of the way he looks, but it is Treebeard from Lord of the Rings. Now this is the only 6-inch one they made for this series, and let me take this one out of its box. This one doesn't say not a toy on the back. I don't know why it said that on the other one. I don't know. Anyways, let's take this one out of its box though, just because this is a pretty cool pop, and when you keep it in its box, there's a lot of branches on him and stuff you wouldn't notice normally. So if I take him out, wait. There we go. Okay, so guys, if you take him out of his box, he is a very detailed and very, I don't know, it feels lighter than I'd think it would be, but here it is here, guys. This is Treebeard. Treebeard is very detailed, like I've been saying here, and as you guys can see with the head, it just looks different, and then on the back here, guys, it's got the branch going all the way from the body, so the head doesn't really turn at all, so if you guys are kind of into that with the turning head, if you guys like it, if it turns all the way around, it doesn't for this one. Also, guys, the beard on him is very cool. It's kind of like leaves, and everything with him is just very different. The head does not turn at all, but I think that's okay. His head kind of wobbles a bit too. It kind of goes side to side, but that's nothing too bad for me. But it is detached from this whole part on the back here. This is a totally different piece of wood, well, or vinyl. But yeah, very cool pop, very different. I like the way it looks a lot. There's just so many different parts with this one, and the way they did the seams on this made it look like it's pieces of wood as well. Like, you can't tell where the vinyl sticks together in this because of the beard, but if you flip it around, you can kind of see it slightly, like this part's connected, but you would never know. The legs are kind of connected there, but it just looks like pieces of bark stuck together, so I think it looks pretty good. But all in all, great pop. But let's move on to my number 3 spot.
The only matter I do not take seriously, boy, is you. Your politics bore me. Your demeanor is that of a pouty child. And apparently, you alienated my favorite daughter, Gamora.
Okay guys, so at my number 3 spot, we have another one that I think is really cool. This was a Marvel Studios 10 years, and this is Thanos on Throne. Now this is technically a 6-inch deluxe, I guess you could say, because it is Thanos, is the 6-inch character. This one, he is sitting on his throne. It looks very cool and very different. I'm surprised that this stuff doesn't come damaged more often. This one was in perfect condition because look at how big it is, guys. It is kind of flappy on the side, so you got to be careful with that if you have this character. But let's get into the pop here. This is a Hot Topic exclusive. I don't know if I mentioned that already, but yeah. Also, the flaps are starting to get bigger on these things, which I like because that way they stay closed easier. It just says Marvel 10 Thanos Throne Pop. It is a very cool one. That slid out pretty nicely, actually. Usually they come up kind of hard, but let's see if we can take this out of his box. Wait. No, is he okay? He's okay. Gosh, that was, oh gosh, it scared me. Anyways, guys, we have Thanos here. He looks very detailed. Very cool pop, in my opinion. I like the way he looks. This base part doesn't come off, which makes sense because, you know, otherwise he wouldn't be able to stand because it's the stand. But yeah, he looks really good, as you guys can see here on the back. He's got this very detailed chair. This is exactly what the chair looks like in the movies, so I think it's really awesome. The head is a bobblehead again, guys, because it is Marvel, so it bobbles pretty well. It's not too bad. Here, there you go, stop them there. But yeah, I also like the way it looks very screen accurate to Guardians of the Galaxy, which is pretty much what this is from, because this is like the original Thanos from Guardians of the Galaxy, not the newer one from Infinity War, so that's cool. And I did like Guardians of the Galaxy, so this is a pretty cool one to have from that movie. But anyways, guys, let's move on to my number 2 spot.
Excellent. I'll take it in my chambers.
General Hux.
Ah, good. Supremely...
My disappointment in your performance cannot be over.
Okay, guys, so my number 2 spot, I have one that I think is pretty cool. I got this one at Comic-Con last year, if I'm not mistaken, and this is Supreme Leader Snoke. Or was this 2 years ago? 2 years ago, I think it was. I'm not really sure, but this is a really cool pop, guys, and this is Supreme Leader Snoke. I got this one from Amazon. It was an Amazon order, so yeah, it would have been 2 years ago, I think. 2015? No, it would have been 3 years ago if it was 2015. I'm not sure. Let me check the bottom of this pop, and we'll find out what year it was. But maybe 2016? No, 2017. So it would have been last year, yeah. That's weird. I don't know why I didn't know it was last year. But anyways, guys, here is Snoke. I think this is such an awesome pop. What's cool about him is that he comes off into 3 pieces, so you can take him off of the base, and then the chair also comes off, which I think is very unnecessary, but it's kind of cool that it does it. Also, his body doesn't touch the ground, which slightly bothers me, but it's not horrible because it does have little stands down there. Do you guys see that? How there is a little spot for the stands down there, but he doesn't go all the way down. A lot of people have told me that theirs don't go all the way down either. So it just bothers me the slightest bit, but it's not that bad. But here it is here, guys. You can see the cut in his face. Now, we didn't actually know how big he was in The Force Awakens, so that making a 6-inch version of him is pretty cool, because you only really saw him on the hologram, or the holographic version of him. So I think that's pretty cool that we did get a holographic version of him. He's not even worth that much, so if you guys want to get one of these, I think he's worth like, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's like 30 bucks you can pick this up for, and usually the holographic ones get super expensive. Now, I did like this one when it came out, but I just thought he was going to get a little bit more than that. I don't know. I don't really care about that because I don't resell them, but you know, it's just nice to know that they do go up in value sometimes. So, I don't know. Supreme Leader Snoke's pretty cool. I also like the way he sits in his insert like this. It's just pretty easy to put him back in and out. The box is pretty nice. It's not too bad. I like the holographic versions of them as well. This one glows in the dark. I'm not going to show it off today because I have done reviews on this one on the channel before, so if you guys want to go check that out, you guys can. But anyways, guys, I think that's it for this one, so let's move on to my number 1 spot. Okay, guys, so my number 1 spot, I have one pop that I think is awesome. This is an only at GameStop / EB Games exclusive. This one actually came with both stickers on it, so that's kind of cool. But it was even on sale, so I'm going to show you the sale bottom first. As you guys can see here, it was on sale for some reason. I don't know why, but it is, you guys ready? Hulk bursting out of the Hulkbuster. Now, I know this never happened in the movie, so there's probably not a clip playing for this one at the beginning of it, but this is one of those ones where it's like, they were supposed to happen in the movie, and then they changed the movie after Funko had gotten the license to it, and then they made this design, and then they approved it for some reason, and it just made itself through. Also, Hasbro did one like this as well. Wait. Hasbro did one like this as well, but instead of him bursting out of the top like this, the whole thing opened up in the front, and then Hulk came out of it. I think it's because Bruce Banner is inside of the Hulkbuster suit in the movie, but he's not in it for long, and they probably thought maybe since Bruce Banner's in it, he's going to break out of it, so they just made this, and then people were like, oh, okay, yeah, we're good with it, so they kept it, but it is kind of cool that he's not in the movie anymore because it is such an awesome pop. I love the way he looks with the arms breaking out of it there, and he's even got the other arms from the original Hulkbuster there. You guys can see that it's tilted back as well, so I just think it looks really cool. The base is pretty much the exact same for the Hulkbuster, but the rest of them's a bit different. Like, it's pretty much about the waist up where it changes with his back out and everything like that. But the Hulk looks great. You guys can even see it's very detailed inside of the suit as well. You can see like parts of them. Let me see if I can focus on that. You guys can see parts inside of it too, but it's all red, right? But it's still pretty cool. But that's pretty much going to be it for today, guys. This was my number one. It has to be my number one just because it's so cool. But this has been another episode of Top Pops. If you guys like the top 5 videos, you can always suggest them in the comment section below. Someone said to do top 5 damaged Funko Pops, like which ones I have that are the most damaged. I could do that if you guys want to see it. But let me know, guys, if there's any type of top 5 that you guys want to see. Also, what was your favorite 6-inch character? What was your favorite 6-inch character that I talked about today? That's pretty much it for today, guys. So this has been another episode of Top Pops Popsters. Thanks for watching.